Well, hello, my friends. It's your friend Kevin here with today's Divine Daily Blast on the first day of the last day of, the first day of the last month of 2025. I hope you all enjoyed Miss Bloomer's navigation for the week ahead. I certainly enjoyed her energy. I certainly enjoyed climbing into her spirit and bringing it out to you. And thank you for all the lovely, wonderful, kind comments. Let's get right to today's numbers and today's cards and today's energy, shall we? Let's see. Here we go. Yes, I did change the background. Actually, really, I took the cloth off. I probably need to get something a little bit more Yule type because we're entering the season of Yule. That brings with it some wonderful, lovely holiday kind of nuzzling, snuggling energy that goes with it. That's what I think of when I think of Yules. I think of the Yule logs that people make. I think of the centerpieces. I'm talking about traditional holiday decorations, not necessarily the religious type, but more, celebrating the season, if you will. All right. Let me start off with the angel numerology number 4 and move on from there. It's a powerful symbol, all about stability, practical, hardworking, building solid foundations. And it's also a nod from the angels, your guardian angels, archangels, just the angel realm in general, that are working behind the scenes that you may or may not be conscious of, supporting us and protecting us all as we work towards the goals that we're setting. So on a number 4 angel numerology day, we should be energized and feeling stable in our foundations. It's building secure bases in all areas of our life: physical, emotional, spiritual, mental. It's also talking about hard work and discipline. It's encouraging us to be diligent, organized, practical, consistent, putting forth the effort, if you will. And we're also getting that angelic support and protection, particularly from Archangel Michael, Archangel Raguel, and Archangel Ariel, Archangel Gabriel. They're all wonderful archangels for gathering around and helping us forward. Putting things in order in a practical way on these number 4 angel numerology days: connection with nature, connection with the actual physical world, earth, air, fire, water, those elements, the 4 seasons. We've entered the Yule seasons I talked about. This is also guidance from your angels, guidance in career and finances as we enter the abyss of 2026. It's all about emphasizing the importance of trust and loyalty, communication and relationships, and spiritual growth. Okay, so let's just have a little recap about December, or at least this particular week. It's just a month to breathe, a month to close the chapter on 1 month and realize it's a chapter. It really isn't the entire story. Things may or may not have worked out in your favor in 2025. Some things definitely must have shifted for you. Things that did not work out in your favor, let them go, step over them and walk on. That's all we can do. There's an intense alignment coming up this week between the wonderful, expansive planet Jupiter and the healing planet of Chiron. So these 2 alignments remind us that we can only do what we allow. We can only put up with what other people, we can only put up with what we allow ourselves to put up with. I'm hoping I'm making sense and not going off on a tangent. But it's important to draw a line under anything that didn't work. Just draw a line underneath it. Try not to drag it into what I call a dirty laundry bin, an emotional laundry bin. Draw a line underneath it and make the declaration: no more pain, no more drama. I am now healing myself. Resolutions may be part of the end of the month's traditions. The full moon that's coming up in Gemini this week gives us an ideal opportunity to do it, to clear our minds of anything that needs to be released in order to make way for well-being, mental health. We have to discard fear. We have to discard regret. We have to discard shame. We have to discard any kind of upsets. You can do this with those that you love and care about as you reach out with your holiday cards and your holiday messages. Don't hesitate to talk things through with trusted friends. If you're truly, truly, truly in the stink of things, reach out to someone this week, this month really, to get your joy on. You know, really jingle the joy bells. Try to jingle the joy bells. Moving on to my isms. I am living happily ever after. That's your goal. Happily ever after is all the things lining up. Something doesn't work out, like I've said, it's a chapter. Move on. I like my new way of being, and it's more recent. What did I learn from this issue? What did I learn from this experience? What did I learn from what happened? Did I participate? Was it intentional? And honestly, what I've discovered in that working through these issues, and there have been a few, they keep coming up, is most of the things that occur were not intentional. They weren't. They just happened. It just happened to be a set of circumstances that really wasn't anything to do with me, mostly nothing to do with me. And you just learn to move on from it. It's hard. It completely is difficult, particularly when you have other people that may feel like you've wronged them, or you may feel like you've been wronged. Either way, go to the intention. Was the situation intentional? To hurt, to harm, to cause mischief and mayhem? And if it wasn't intentional to you, because most things are not necessarily personal, then what was it? And I think it comes from other people have stuff going on that they don't take care of. And that's not on us. It's not a judgment. We're not here to make people work through their issues. However, we can sometimes become the result of their anger. Sometimes it's easier to take out frustration on people that don't necessarily deserve it, but we do it anyway. I digress. Moving on, I am nurtured, supported, and loved by the universe. This comes from our friend of the channel, Joanna Pantases, who wrote this lovely affirmation. Brilliant, 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 brilliant psychic, wonderful friend. I am calm, I am peace, I am balance, I am stillness, I am ease. Even if you repeat that, closing your eyes, breathe and say it, I am. Anything after the word I am comes into being. And these are simple ways to manifest it. Simple, simple, simple ways to manifest it. Here's a message from Archangel Jophiel. Call upon me when you need help managing your negative thoughts, so you control the story you are manifesting. This is what we're about this month, controlling the story. I have complete control over my thoughts. I choose to create only happiness in my life. If you were standing on the platform of a train station, or standing in the depot of a bus depot, or at the terminal of an airport, and there were two choices of bus, two choices of trains, two choices of airplanes, you get to control where you go. Everything that you've known to this point on this journey, on this adventure of life, has already happened, and it's dropped you off at the transportation depot. Whatever that looks like for you. Could even be a dock. You're about to get on some kind of boat, whether a cruise ship, doesn't matter. But your journey forward is going to be up to you. And you've got a ticket in hand. And the person behind the ticket counter is asking you to make a choice of where you want to go. And you can't really stand there and say, I don't know, because both of these vehicles, a boat, a train, a bus, a plane, are going to take you somewhere. But you get to choose where it is. You can choose fear, or you can choose love, excitement, and adventure. Fear is very safe. Fear keeps us connected to those people that we know, those people that we love, those people that perhaps continue to say things to us that are not pleasant. The fear bus is pretty full. The people on the fear bus are holding hands with each other, saying yes, no, That's what the fear bus is about. Stuck. The adventure bus is really not telling you where you're going, not telling you what kind of journey you're going on, not really telling you how it's all going to work out, but telling you it will. Then you have you. Do you trust what you know? And do you stick with what you know in fear? Yeah, but, second guessing, oh my goodness, what would happen? Or do you take a chance and say, I'm going to go on this bus. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know it's going to be fun. I don't know how I'm going to get there or who's going to be climbing on board as we go along the journey, but I know they'll be for my highest good. That trusting, that believing, that knowing is going to guide you with each and everything that you do. Particularly if you make the declaration that everything works out for my highest good. So be it, so shall it be. From this day forward, I'm choosing whatever you want to choose. But you have to make those choices. Not anyone else can do that for you. You have to do it. They can make suggestions, but you're the ones that do it. Now, this is interesting today because we have the message from Archangel Jophiel about choosing to create only happiness in your life. And then we have Archangel Jophiel, who's your activation angel for the week. Angelic activation. Weed your thoughts is what it says. Think of your mind as a garden, a space that requires time and attention. Take the time to weed out the thoughts and the feelings you know are spoiling the beauty of it. Release anything and everything from your mental space. The recurring stories that you are telling yourself, especially those that are hooked into the energy of fear, let them go. Rather, think about what you desire. Remember the light is on. And enjoy the blessing. Enjoy what your life is really all about. Let the flowers grow. Let the roots dig deep. From all your loving thoughts and from all your loving actions. And your activation affirmation. My thoughts are seeds that bloom and blossom. It's a little bit like the dandelion bloom. You know, they have those round blooms and every single one of them on the head of it, on the head of the, basically somewhat of a flower, I think it is. When the wind blows, they cast seeds everywhere that become dandelions. The master of the week is Buddha. Heightened awareness, making peace with your thoughts and your world. This is all adding up to taking charge of what you see, what you feel, what you believe, and what you want. It's ideal. Now, I did shuffle this morning and I got the fairy of balance. Find the balance between your work, your rest, and your playtime. And you'll have more energy, harmony, and productivity in your life. Even take a power nap. So, this word, balance and beauty, peace and tranquility, is sort of seeping into our consciousness. And you may be fortunate enough to cast your mind, your heart, your soul, and your goals out to something that you want to create that's incredible. Many of you have many talents, and if your talents are not being utilized, then that's out of balance. If your talents are not being, find a talent in something like I've shared with you how I've got into crochet recently, didn't really know what I was doing. A hook and a bunch of yarn. I got buckets of yarn, not sure what I'm going to do with them, but I'll do something with them. Not saying this is a waste of time. Many of us can sabotage our goals and our dreams simply because we allow fear to get in the way. The fear of ridicule, the fear of being judged. And that judgment is really on us. Don't want to make this hard and harsh, but these are opportunities that we're being given as we step into this next year. Things on the social scene are not necessarily the most pleasant, but that's up to us. How we receive the information and what we do with it is entirely up to us. All right, my friends, that's it from me. I'll be back tomorrow with another Divine Daily Blast. You go off and have yourself a magical day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye for now.